Right, boys, and we are live.
All right.
Inaugural episode of All Takes Valid.
Yes, sir.
Long time coming.
Go by Trill Trayy. Guest here with Vick and go ahead.
Hey, the king.
Introduce yourself.
You already know it's your boy SP21. Let's do this.
And this guy in the middle here.
Vick Bonham, aka the King.
Oh Lord, here we go.
You're gonna start it like that? Okay.
We're gonna start it this way. Got it. Copy.
All right. So what's the first topic? What is it here? We're going over a recap.
The Thursday night recap of the Bears versus the Bucs. What do y'all think?
Who want to start it? Go ahead. Go ahead, Spence.
Oh man, Thursday night. I just feel like I think Brady just was unaware of time. I think he was not unaware of time. I think that was really the big case. I thought he had more time. I guess he thought he had more downs and everything. If anything that the Bucs need to take away mostly about this game is how many penalties they had on offense. They had so many penalties on offense. It was just unnecessary. It was really unnecessary. And with that, it allowed Nick Foles and them to able to come back because weren't they up like 14-0 for like almost three quarters? And then like almost three quarters, and then all of a sudden Nick not all three quarters?
No, it was a quarter and a half.
A quarter and a half. Okay, well,
late in the second.
Really? Okay, late in the second because it just allowed Nick Foles to do what Nick Foles could do, and that's what most people are like trying to realize is like, is Nick Foles really good or is he just really good at situations? Because when he's with the Jags, it didn't work out like everybody wanted to. But when he was with the Bears, come off the bench, take over Trubisky, all of a sudden it's Super Bowl Nick Foles.
You gotta look at the difference of the scenery though. In Jacksonville, he didn't really have nothing to work with. Just saying.
I mean,
you put any competent quarterback on the Bears that's not named Mitchell Trubisky, and they probably made the playoffs in the last 2 years if they had an actual quarterback. But
and that's sad though. But in all the retrospect of that game, I feel like it's too many penalties, and it just allowed them just to come back. And what we have is what we saw. And now Nick Foles is 2-0 against Tom Brady with two different teams.
Yeah.
And the sad part is that now when he was with the Patriots and Nick Foles was the Eagles, he only played them maybe two times, maybe one time a year. Now y'all in the same division. Y'all gonna have to see each other again.
Well, they're in the same conference.
Same conference, not same division.
So, oh yeah, same conference. Yeah, same conference. But you're gonna see him again now.
We used to be in the same division, like back in the day, like in like the late '90s.
Yeah, but now they're in the same conference. But they're gonna see each other again.
Yeah,
they're going to see each other again.
Well, what you think of the game
is well, for one, I wasn't expecting too much from the Bucs. Mike Evans seemed like he was hobbled. Well, he was hurt from the previous game, which was obviously on Sunday. It's a quick turnaround. They didn't have Chris Godwin, which he's still dealing with the hamstring injury. Scotty Miller, he got injured sometime, I think, early throughout that game. They were playing with pretty much a lot of third-string receivers Mike Evans, he didn't seem like he made much of an impact. That late situation with Tom Brady, he got mixed up with his downs because from what I'm seeing is when they spiked the ball, he didn't count that as a down. And I think that's why he got so confused as to what down it was, which still he's been in the league for 20 years. So it's like,
that counts as a down.
Exactly. But like you said earlier, Spence, the whole penalties from like mid-second quarter, probably even early, that was killing the Bucs offense. You had some questionable penalties, especially on defense. In the game. But all in all, it was a sloppy game for the Bucs, and they deserve to lose that game.
Oh, and before we move on, man, shout out to Vita, man, out for the season. That sucks, man.
Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. These
I don't know. I had the Bucs winning that game.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was a couple plays that turned that game. The penalty on Shaq Barrett was that on the third down that kind of bailed them out. That's like a ticky-tacky call. I don't think that was a penalty per
they
se.
still didn't get any points off of that drive.
But it changed momentum.
Yeah.
Momentum played a factor in that. And then a hit on what's the running back? Vaughn. Now my only thing with that, so it was a clean hit. It wasn't a penalty. It shouldn't have been a penalty. That's football. Clean hit.
All right.
But I believe they called it on the field. It was incomplete pass, I want to say.
They did.
But then when they went back and looked at it, they called it a fumble and gave him the ball.
Yeah.
Those two things kind of swung the game.
Yeah, that changed it. Yeah.
But the Bears kind of got lucky though with that bad clock management. They could have just ran the ball, kicked the field goal, and that was it. You gave Tom Brady another chance to even touch the ball.
Yeah.
Even though you see what happened.
They probably would have had 30 seconds or less.
Yeah.
Remaining.
They had a chance to try to put a drive together to get it.
All right.
It worked out for them.
So what we call it, a Falcon moment?
No.
I mean,
not to that level.
Yeah, no, that's different. That's crazy.
All right, got you. All right.
What do we have next?
Next topic will be the Lakers recap versus the Heat last night. Lakers lost by 1 point.
We're still alive, baby.
Yeah.
We're still alive, man. We are still alive.
It was looking a little scary at the end. Like the Heat was gonna cough up that one again.
Nah, man. Nah.
That's against the wall.
They hung in there. They hung in there, and it was surprise. I mean, I was glad for him. I won a good series, especially the game 7. But the Heat are, and in some ways to say like Thanos, they're preventing the inevitable.
No, man. Bats against the wall. It's win or win. It's no lose. It's win or win.
I mean, I'm rooting for y'all. But
you
torn because from Florida as well. Tampa, Lakers obviously is one of my teams, but that's mainly because Kobe. But always teams too. So kind of torn between that. So just wanted a good series. I want the Heat. But
I mean, all the games have been pretty much came down to that fourth quarter. Besides that first game, we're not going to discuss that one. That was just horrible.
Yeah, that
one. I mean, you've seen us all playoffs all year. Really, we're going to play like a team and we're going to fight to the end. So anything can happen. And if Anthony Davis's ankle is anything but 100% come Sunday, I think there's a chance we steal one more. I don't know.
We can definitely change the series big time because he's definitely the X factor for y'all. I mean, for the Lakers. So we'll see. We'll see with that. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be tough because Bronny over there. So
Can't do it by himself.
Yeah, he can't do it by himself. Not at this stage of his career. I don't believe. But what do you think, Spence?
Well,
logo.
Man. Look, man. I like Trey can vouch for me. I told him it's Eastern Conference Finals or less. So we here now. So here's the thing. You said that it prevents the inevitable. Listen, if Danny Green is not doing it, he's preventing your inevitable.
Hey.
Yeah, we're supposed to be home.
He's preventing your inevitable. Listen. If anybody's the sickest man in the world, it's Danny Green right now. The world is going after this man because to be honest with you, he was wide open. Those were shots that he made throughout the years, and he boofed it. Oh man! Now you give us a chance to come back.
We love it.
And we love it. And guess what? Bam is back. We back, baby. We back. I'm trying to tell you, if, like you said, if Anthony Davis' ankle is anything up but 100%, by Sunday, Bam is going to abuse it. Bam is going to abuse it. He's going to abuse that. Because one thing about an ankle injury, especially the one that's not like 100%, bro, your speed has been cut down. We will outrun you. We have seen it. We have outrun you. All we have to do is make sure we have a legit defense and everybody scores. Because if Jimmy goes off and then we have somebody like Duncan Robinson last game just randomly go off, they weren't expecting
26
that.
points, yeah.
They weren't expecting that.
He's been quiet all finals, too.
All finals. He's been quiet, and all of a sudden he just took off. They're like, freak, we gotta guard him. And then all of a sudden, another shooter.
Yeah, I'm not used to Jimmy Butler playing like this. He's
the leader.
Making a couple doubles and stuff like that. He's basically carrying the heat on his back. What you need.
Yeah. Listen, if you want max money, you better do max things, baby. You want max money, you gotta do max things, baby. You gotta earn it. And guess what? None.
Win or lose, though, last thing I'm gonna say about it is nobody expected us to do any of this to begin with.
Nothing.
Everybody was talking about a sweep. Then they was talking about Lakers in 5. Of course, now they're saying Lakers in 6. So I'm not hearing none of that.
Nothing. And we're here. And guess what? We're doing it with 3 rookies and a sophomore.
Right. Jimmy's the vet, really.
Really a vet. And he's what, 28?
So what's your prediction for game 6?
Oh, man. To be honest with you, you see the background. You see that.
It's win or win.
It's win or win. There's no lose.
There's no lose.
It's win or win.
Well,
until Bronny shows me otherwise, it's us all day, baby. I'm keeping it 100.
And that's gonna be Sunday night, I'm assuming, right? Yep.
Yes, sir.
He came out. He came out last night like he wanted to end it last night. That man was like, he was like 6 for 8 from the 3. Like, it was crazy. He had 22 in the first half, or like he was on one.
I'm gonna go with my gut. I believe the Heat are gonna pull it out to make a game 7, but it's all definitely gonna be depending on AD's ankle injury.
Oh yeah.
Not at like saying 80%. Or he's not able to play, which I doubt.
Nah, he gonna play. He gotta play.
He gonna play. He gonna play. He gonna play. Even if the trainers tell him not to, he's gonna play.
But on that ankle, I'm not sure.
Especially, it's a lot of weight.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm gonna go with the Heat for us in the game 7. And
if it's a game 7, it's anybody's fight at that point.
Oh yeah, it's free game.
They better kill us on Sunday. That's it. Like, they gotta end it.
All right, so we should go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is going to be the preview for Miami versus Clemson tonight. I believe Miami is number 7 ranked versus the top dog, the Tigers. They're at top, but Miami's here. What y'all got to say?
I'm gonna be real. Like, we look a lot better with a quarterback finally in Miami. A lot of people there, I guess I won't say believe in the hype or buying into the hype, but I don't know. I'm just not sold yet. I feel like this game is gonna show us where we really are. Like, people are saying the U is back and this and that. I'm not really sold yet. Like, I'm happy. We're doing good. We're top 7, but this ain't gonna be no easy.
So does that mean that you're picking Miami to beat Clemson? Or are you saying?
I got to. Yeah, I'm rocking. Okay. I'm rocking.
All right. What about you?
Would I bet it? No, but I'm going, man.
Let's see. Miami, Clemson. To be honest with you, just like him, I'm very high on the Canes right now. We're playing exceptional football, but in a lighter defense, we haven't really played anybody crazy like that before. I mean, maybe Louisville, but other than that, not really crazy. So this is national championship. So this is very big. But the thing about it is that, to be honest, Clemson really hasn't played anybody crazy either. So like, this is going to be a good test for both sides to me. This is going to be a good test for both sides.
No,
I'm still picking my Canes. I'm still picking my Canes. Of course, I'm still picking my Canes. I don't care if they're in God mode. I'm still picking them.
All right.
I'm picking God mode. I'm still picking them.
There's been talk that Miami's quarterback King, that he is being seen as a game changer, somewhat to say like a franchise changer, like LeBron James. I forgot what a reporter said that, but just thought I'd bring it up to y'all to see what y'all think about that. Like, basically, that he elevates the rest of the team. He gets them to, like how LeBron elevates his teammates to play at a higher level.
We have seen it because the past 3 games they average over 34 points on offense. So they're scoring a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I knew when he came through the transfer portal, I was like, this could be the one. This might change something here.
Yeah, because for me, I'm a Canes fan as well. But from what I've seen from the past is that usually Miami typically has struggled because they haven't had that quarterback to help push us over the top. And that's usually caused us in big games against top teams. So in my heart, I want
especially the LSU game.
But I'm going to go ahead and say Clemson. But I'm still rooting for Miami regardless. But that's just my pick. It's going to be Clemson. I'm rooting for Miami.
On paper.
I'm not mad at it.
No. Like I said, it's a test on both sides. So So
again, like I said, would I bet it? Like if we're betting, am I gonna bet Miami? No, that's not the smart bet.
No.
But is it possible?
It's possible. Especially this weekend. This weekend is possible because a whole bunch of teams are losing.
All right, so
yeah. Oh, before we move on though, yeah, I believe the Gators just lost before y'all were here. I saw that.
Yeah.
Shout out those Gators.
Yeah.
LSU just lost too. So
who did the Gators lose to?
Texas A&M.
Oh damn! Ooh.
They lost to Texas A&M, and LSU just lost to Mizzou.
Dang. Some upsets. Miami.
There's a lot of upsets, man. What, Texas?
Texas might be Miami's weekend.
It's an upset. It's an upset weekend, man. It's an upset weekend. That's all I can say. It's an upset weekend.
So, all right. So with all that being said, we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is the COVID that's been occurring throughout the NFL. We'll start with Trey.
I said before the season started, honestly, I don't know if we're going to see 17 weeks of football this year. I just don't see it being possible. You see the NBA, it's different. You have a bubble situation. It's not as many people and staff and everything. You got 53-man roster, which I think is even more this year.
Yeah.
You got all the personnel and everything. And then you're traveling from different cities, states, and they have no restrictions. So if we go travel to Dallas and we play the game, that evening, the players, they're going out, they're doing whatever, or even before the game. So it's like they have no restrictions. So you're going to constantly keep seeing this where different teams somebody reports positive and there's no way to constrict it.
Yeah. I also think it's a problem at home too. So just for example, when the players, say when they get done playing their game, they go back home, meet with their families. I mean, as you said, there's no restrictions like that the NFL has, at least as far as our knowledge goes. to where they're restricting family members that they're in daily contact with from, getting tested and et cetera, because, who knows, their kids or maybe their wife happen to get in contact with somebody that has COVID, and then they come back home and, they meet their husband and the husband gets COVID. And then he goes into work the next day, gets tested for COVID. And I mean, that's just another scenario that I think that happens or has happened, whether it's, wife or a girlfriend. I mean, but
let's be real. A lot of these athletes, they go out and they're in the club or where, like, they're partying. So it's like
everybody hears stories about those players. So we're not naive in no sense, but
and then I think the biggest thing with it though is like it's different places. So it's like we're in Florida, obviously they open everything back up here. So it's like people are being less cautious, so they're just doing whatever. Then you have other states where I guess it's a little still more restricted, but when you're traveling different states, people's guidelines are different. So again, no way to really restrict anything. They have free reign to do what they want. Once they play that game Sunday, they're good.
Yeah, I've heard this past week at my job, I came across a customer and they were like, oh, they just came back from vacation and they went to Georgia. They didn't tell me what part of Georgia, but they were saying that nobody was wearing masks. They didn't have no, COVID protocols or anything like that. Again, I can't.
A lot of places are. I don't even think down here we have to wear masks anymore, honestly.
They still have the signs and you still see people still wearing them, but it's just
now. I still wear mine regardless.
But it's,
kids and stuff like that. But it's more now. It's more like it's not enforced. Like you're not getting fined if you're not doing it anymore. So
you're not getting turned around from the store and be like, hey, you gotta get your mask on, otherwise you can't come to the shop. So that's definitely something I've noticed.
It was kind of crazy to me though. Cam getting it of all people. Like I think he's the first like real big star that tested positive.
Probably. Yeah, he was probably.
I believe that changed the outcome of that game Sunday, probably.
It definitely did.
If they would have had Cam,
it could have been a closer game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty close game as is because Patriots, they schemed pretty well against the Chiefs, which was surprising because I didn't think it was gonna be that close of a game, even with the backup quarterback that they had, Brian Hoyer.
What you think, though? It's in regards to the whole
we should have really saw this coming because nobody's untouchable, especially with this thing going on. To be honest with you, this is the only thing that don't have COVID right now is money. So that's why the NFL season is going to continue to go where it's going to happen. There's going to be new cases. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So Roger Goodell is going to have to figure out a system or something in place to not only protect players, but protect the players' families and fans, because as everybody's starting to open up like 15%, 25%, and then they're going to go to 40 by week 14 or like 40 by week 10, new cases are going to happen. So they got to figure out a way to not only protect players, but fans also. And right now, man, it's not looking good. A lot of teams have to reschedule their games because of COVID, and not only that's pushing it, some games back. It's gonna mess up some people's like bye weeks too. It's gonna mess up some people's bye weeks.
Yeah, it already messed up our bye week, bro.
Yeah, it's
so. Take our bye week. Pittsburgh had to take their bye week 4. So now we're gonna play like 13 games straight.
Great, and that's pretty bad, especially with no preseason happen this year. That's not good. 13 games straight of nonstop football. The body. Yeah, sure, these are NFL athletes, but there's some bye weeks are meant for it to rest, to recuperate. There's going to be a lot more injuries. That's coming out. Mark my words. There's gonna be a lot more injuries and a lot of weird injuries too.
I feel like we just got the short end of the stick with that because we got some kind of like key games in the AFC that we're gonna to have back to back now. Since they flexed that Titans game, we gotta play Tennessee and Baltimore back to back. Whereas we would have got Tennessee last week. We would have had a bye week right before Baltimore, which would have been huge. Now we got to play Tennessee and Baltimore back to back, which are
two teams. Yeah, two teams that are in the AFC, in like playoffs, the AFC playoffs.
Oh yeah, from the previous season, yeah. So I mean, it's already a tough stretch for the Steelers as is because they're going to beat the Baltimore Ravens for sure.
Here we go.
I guess we can go ahead and segue now from that into the Sunday predictions. So I think we all got the list of the games.
You sound kind of low, Trey. I don't know if it's the volume. I got my volume on max, but I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Sounding, you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
I can hear you better now. I think it was because of how far away you were from it.
All right. So, I'm saying, I guess we're going to use that as segue into the NFL Sunday game predictions.
No, you still can't really hear you that well. You got the volume on max? Because right now I don't even hear what you just mumbled just then. If you said something.
Do you have Bluetooth headphones connected to it or something?
I don't have anything connected to it right now. I mean, it sounded good the first time.
I heard you good early on, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
We might have to. It's all right. I gotta prep up for this game, so trying to set my matchups and stuff. I should definitely have him right here. Play him. Yeah, play him right there. Have Anthony Avery.
All right, how we sounding now?
Oh, you sound good.
Oh. That's my fault.
All right, so we're good now?
Yeah.
So, since, it was trying to go into the whole Baltimore thing, we don't want to hear about that, but I said that's a good way to let's go ahead and segue into the Sunday predictions. We got the five Sunday matchups coming up. So I'm going to go through the matchups first, and then we'll go around and have our predictions. So,
got it.
Sunday, we're going to have Cardinals versus the Jets. Falcons, Cincinnati versus the Ratbirds or Ravens.
Yeah.
Texans versus the Jaguars. Rams and the football team.
Right.
Raiders and Chiefs. Pittsburgh versus Philly. Dolphins versus 49ers. Colts in Cleveland. Giants versus the Cowgirls. Sunday Night Football, we're going to have Seattle and Minnesota. And then I missed New England and Denver earlier on during the day Sunday. Then the Monday night game is the Chargers versus the Saints. So
the Chargers.
We're going to go ahead. Let's go with your predictions here.
Let's see. Cardinals and Jets. I definitely see Kyle Murray in them pulling out a win for that one. Adam Geese's offense is not looking formidable right now, and Sam Darnold needs to leave. Panthers and Falcons. Teddy Bridgewater is gonna do it again. Teddy's gonna do it again. Ravens and Bengals. on paper, it's gonna be Ravens, but I just want Joe to actually have a good game that game. Texans and Jags. To be honest with you, it might be one of the upset games. Bill O'Brien's gone. Offense is still, even though he's gone, that offense is still running off of offense like that. And right now, even though the Jags are not doing amazingly, they do have a surprisingly better record than the Texans. So
by a game, they have one win.
yeah, but still, but those one win was a very good against a Colts team. So I just see upset at that one. That's me personally. Rams. I'm definitely picking the Rams. Especially now Haskins game bench. I'm definitely picking Rams. I forgot Flacco's playing. No, I'm still picking Cards. Raiders, Chiefs. Do I have to answer that one?
Yeah, you're gonna say the Raiders, right?
Oh yeah, I believe in John Gruden and Derek Carr. No man. Anyways, Steelers and Eagles. You know
That's tough.
Vick about to give us. Vick, I know Vick gonna pick, but I'm gonna say Big Ben is gonna win this one. I'm gonna say Ben. Dolphins, 49ers. I'm picking the Dolphins. Even though 49ers on paper, I believe we can stop Nick Mullen. Nick Mullen offense don't frighten me. Colts and Browns. If Baker and them has a game like the Cowboys, the Browns might pull it off, but I'm still going Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
Giants and Cowboys. Daniel Jones getting a W today. You hear me? He's getting a W. I feel like they can. Right now, the Cowboys is on an all-time low. Their secondary only has 2 picks in 4 games. 2 in 4 games. Well, I didn't see the Brown ones. No. Yeah. Like, maybe 4 now. But still, that's low. That's like 32 in the league. I think Daniel can do this. I think so. Denver's Pats. I'm doing Denver. Oh, yeah. Because Stephen Gilmore is out too. Gilmore's out too for COVID too, and that's their top. That's their top corner.
Mm-hmm.
And Judy's having a game right now. Him and that quarterback is now clicking. I believe it. So I'll say Denver on that one. Seattle Vikings. I'm sorry. It's Russell Wilson MVP or nothing to me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That having an MVP there. And the Chargers versus the Saints. Are the Saints in New England? I mean, not New England. New Orleans?
It's in New Orleans. I'm pretty sure.
I'm picking Saints. I'm picking Saints. Herbert's doing good, but I'm still picking Saints. And Darwin Jones is injured? Yeah, I'm picking Saints.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
Yeah, Darwin Jones is injured? Yeah, I'm picking Saints.
Darwin James, yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking Saints.
All right. Go Trey.
Oh, you want the money pick? Okay. Cardinals versus Jets. Kyler Murray, no question. Panthers versus Falcons. It's division games. It's gonna be closer to what people think it's gonna be, but I'm going Panthers. Ratbirds and Bengals. Can they tie? But I'm
sorry. If they tied, that would be worse than a loss to me. I'm sorry.
Ratbirds are going to win that. Texans and Jags. I just don't see the Texans. They can't go. Deshaun Watson's not going 0-4. It's not happening. We're going to beat the Jags. It's not.
We'll see.
Rams in the football team. No Haskins. What's his dude's name? Kyle Allen is starting.
Yeah, Kyle Allen. Yep.
Was he the starter for the Panthers?
Yeah, last season.
Old bomb. Yeah. The Rams. Chiefs and Raiders. My homeboy. That's all I got to say. Nothing to say about that.
You're not Green Grinder?
You gonna get grinded.
Yeah, you're right.
Steelers and Eagles. I don't know what you're talking about. It's going to be a close one. They are from the NFC least. Have you seen them play football? It took the Eagles everything they had.
Wait, who says it's going to be close? Him?
Who?
Eagles and Steelers. But anyways,
Wait, did Vic say it was getting close? I didn't say it was going to be close.
I didn't say nothing. Don't put nothing in my mouth.
Yeah.
Don't put no words in my mouth.
I don't know if you've seen their offensive line. I was looking at some stats earlier, and they've given up quite a few sacks already in the short season that we've had. And my boy, he going hunting. But anyways, Pittsburgh or Philly.
Of course.
49ers. I'm rocking with the fans on that one. Colts versus the Browns. I'm taking the Colts. Browns got to show me. They got to show me.
Like I said, if they can do the same thing they did with the Cowboys, then I'll give it to the Browns. If not, I don't see it.
Cowboys versus Giants, another one of those games, like, who cares? But Dallas should win that, I think. I like Dak. I want him to get out of there because it's a sinking ship, but I'm going with Dallas.
Okay.
New England versus Denver. Denver is the most hurt team in the league. They've had so many. They were my sleeper team for the AFC. My sleeper team for the NFC is the Cardinals. Because they're much of a sleeper anymore, but I'm saying before the season started. But before the injuries, I had Denver as my sleeper team. But in this game, give me New England. Belichick's going to find a way. Denver's too hurt. I don't see it. Sunday night game. Kirk Cousins versus Russell Wilson. Do I have to answer the question? Russ 3.
I'm telling you.
It's versus
the Chargers.
Monday Night Football. Even though the Saints haven't looked all that great, Drew Brees is definitely on the decline, I want to say. And Herbert has looked pretty good. Herbeezy, as I like to call him.
Herbeezy, okay.
But give me the Saints.
I'm saying we're in New Orleans, baby. We're in New Orleans, baby.
But don't be surprised though if the Chargers give them a fight.
No, I won't. I really won't. They almost beat the Chiefs. I'm not.
Go ahead, Mr. Bynum.
All right, so for my predictions, I got the Cards beating the Jets. Then the Panthers versus the Falcons. Going with the Panthers. Run defense, they haven't been all that, but Atlanta hasn't really shown too much as far as being able to run the ball. Julio's out, I believe. Yeah, he's out.
Well, he started that last game, but yeah, I think he left or something.
Yeah, he left. I think somewhere in late in the second quarter, or if not third quarter. But he was gone the rest of the day. His hamstring has been a lot. It's a lot more severe than what he's really led on.
Yeah, what he thought it was. Yeah.
So I'm taking Panthers. Bridgewater's look great. Offensively, they look good, even despite not having McCaffrey. Bengals versus Ravens. I expect it to be close though.
It's a division.
Yeah, but I expect it probably be like 20. It's not going to sound that close, but I'll say 23-10 Ravens.
That's not really close at all.
It's not really that close, but it's still closer than what it you would think. Like last year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's closer than the Ravens and the Browns to start this season off, where they just blew them.
Yeah. And we didn't look so good last week against the football team. So. Yeah.
I won't look good against Pittsburgh either, but go ahead. Keep going.
Then we got the Jags versus Texans. I'm a big fan of Deshaun Watson, so I'm hoping that the change of the new breath of fresh air of not having Bill O'Brien, even though I didn't feel like he was entirely the problem, but
no, he was entirely the problem.
But as a head coach, he did fine, getting the organization to where they need it. But him as a DM, I felt like that
horrible.
Like it basically set the franchise back.
He built a franchise only to tear it down because of personal vendettas.
Well, you got that, but also the team owner, and there's people behind the scenes that I believe, and not that I believe, but the owner won't sign off on things if they don't truly believe in it themselves. So if they didn't feel like, hey, we should not trade DeAndre Hopkins, they wouldn't have did it. But I feel like they had part in it, but obviously it has Bill O'Brien's stamp on it that this is what I did because he's the head coach and the GM. So ultimately, I think it's not just Bill O'Brien's fault, and I'm not saying I'm trying to defend Bill O'Brien because
all right, I get what you're saying.
I feel like
that goes back to like with Brady. He's not there now, but Bill said was going to get rid of Brady at one point to keep Garoppolo, and Robert Kraft stepped in and he was like, "Nah."
Oh, what? Having problems hearing you.
What happened?
Oh, we're having problems. I know I was having problems hearing you. I couldn't.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. It's like fuzzy. Back up.
Yeah.
All right, say. Okay, there you
go. I was saying though, that's kind of like the whole thing in New England. There was a point in time where Belichick was going to get rid of Brady to keep Garoppolo, and Robert Kraft stepped in and he was like, "No."
Yeah.
All right. So continue with my picks. I got the Texans beating the Jaguars.
Jags.
This next one is kind of tough for me. Rams versus the football team. A part of me wants to believe that the Rams have gotten things turned over. I was kind of impressed with some of the things that the football team was able to do defensively, but more so just the fact that they have what's his name? Allen, the quarterback. He did decent here. Kyle Allen. He did decent for DC for the Panthers last season. I don't think it's going to be enough to prevail, so I'm still going to stick with the Rams, but I'm not that
100% on it.
They are who they have shown that they are so far. So,
right.
So I'm sticking with the Rams. Raiders versus Chiefs. Got to go with the, my homeboy. It ain't my homeboy, but it's somebody's homeboy,
Wait, no Green Raiders.
Yeah. Eagles versus Steelers. I don't want them plastic curtains to win. I'll go with the Steelers. Eagles haven't been impressive. Their receiving core been depleted, and offensive line as well. And you got that. You got Carson Wentz back there that's reliable to get injured at some point. I'm not too sure.
The way he's going right now, he's about to beat his rookie interceptions, and that's 16. And right now we're in week 5, and he had 7.
Yeah,
we still got a lot more football to go.
He's definitely
he might not.
Of himself. But so for the next one, I got Dolphins versus 49ers. 49ers have been banged up, losing
almost everybody.
Richard Sherman, what's his name? Nick Bosa.
Defense in shambles.
The same. I think, and I'm not entirely sure how the Dolphins' run defense is, but that's going to be the big key to stopping the 49ers. I will go with. I'm going to stick with the 49ers, just hoping that they would turn things around, but would it be just saying I'm secretly rooting for the Dolphins to win that game. But next game, Colts versus Browns. I believe the Browns have finally found their formula of how they're going to play. So I'm going with the Browns. Limit Fields' passing attempts and heavy approach, which they've shown that's their secret ingredients to winning games. But defensively, it's going to be big for the Browns because their defense hasn't been that great either. Giants versus the Cowgirls. I'm still going to go with the boys on that one. I'm not impressed with the Giants O-line, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out.
We'll see, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the boys on that. And Vikings versus Hawks. Going with the Hawks. Russell Wilson. That's all I got to say. Versus Pats. I believe this is Drew Lock's first game back from injury. If he is cleared, which it's looking like that's going to be. I'm impressed with how Bill Belichick and the Patriots just always find a way to, limit the opponent. So I'm going with the Pats. And for the Monday Night Football game, Chargers versus Saints.
The Chargers.
I'm going to be the guy.
You going with the Chargers?
I'm going with the Chargers. They impressed
Chargers.
Last week of how they played against the Bucs. They hung in there. Even though it's in New Orleans, I'm just going with my gut. I got the Chargers winning that.
You know what? And to be honest with you, I want to be surprised if the Chargers win. I really won't. I really won't. Because Herbert has been playing amazing football lately. So yeah. I wouldn't be.
And they also didn't have Melvin Ingram last game. So if he is cleared and he comes back, that can present some problems. Obviously, they
rush, right?
Did pretty good against the Chiefs when they played them, and they played pretty good. Even they played the Bucs pretty good, even though they had the Bucs down, couldn't keep the lead.
Yeah, just let it slip away. So yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers won. I really won't. The only thing I'm saying the Giants being this one, because you got to think about it, is Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett is an offensive mind. He knows the weakness of that defense. He knows that. He knows the weakness of the defense. I'm just saying. And you have somebody that can actually throw deep. We just need Daniel Jones to actually hit the money, baby. That's all that you need. That's all you really need.
Yeah. Hey, all we gotta realize that at the end of this, more picks right, and that's me.
What was that?
Say again?
Yeah. At the end of all this, though, with the Pickems, we know who's gonna win.
Who's that?
Me.
How?
Money picks. I got the money picks.
Oh, well, we'll see.
We'll see, man. Because, look. We'll see, man. Look. Until proven otherwise, all games are up for grabs.
Nah, not all of them.
No, it's not all of them. To be honest with you.
All right, well, I think my pick for the Chargers and the Saints, it could be
it could be the game changer. It could.
Or it'll give me the advantage.
We'll see.
I'll have the about the same picks, same amount of got the same predictions for the most part. Just a pick or two here and there. But looks good.
Anything else we're gonna want to touch on before we wrap
up? Well, yeah, because they just tell me about the time limit. Real quick, anything else? Who do y'all think will be the head coach of the Texans?
I think it could potentially be either the. I think personally, I think it would be the offense coordinator for the Chiefs.
Chiefs? Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying.
Got his name, but I think he would be the most logical one.
Yeah.
If not, it might be possibly Todd Bowles, because there's been a lot of talk about him becoming a head coach. But I think the Chiefs coordinator would be the perfect one.
I think everybody in the league is saying that if he doesn't have a coach job by now, you guys don't like him. Yeah.
How about you, Trey?
I really don't know, but see what happened.
We can barely hear you. I know I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I said I don't know if you said Top Bowles, but I don't. Do you see what happened when he was with the Jets?
Yeah,
As
but
far away from being a head coach as possible.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like I said, it's been some
Yeah.
rumbles. I haven't said that he's legit going to be, but there's been some rumbles that he's had some interest around the league from
but
what I
let's be
reports.
yeah.
But I don't think he will. I think he's gonna stay, but it's just
But
it's a candidate.
also be
But I
honest.
think
Also be honest. Do you really want to coach the Jets?
I don't think he's
No.
Well, for one, when Todd Bowles was the head coach there, that team wasn't all that. I mean, he had the defense right. Offensively, they just struggled with quarterbacks because he had Geno Smith and
Mark
whoever else.
Sanchez.
So the offense wasn't all that. So,
Oh man.
but
Anyway, well, that's it for me. I'm good.
yeah. Well,
All right, boys.
first show for us.
Yes, sir.
Staying tuned to these Pickems and seeing what these Canes do tonight. The Heat and Lakers Sunday night.
Go Heat.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right.
Heat. You already know it.
All right, boys.
All right, bro.
Until next time.
Yes, sir.